What's going on, everyone? DeFi Explained here to bring you the latest news in all things NFTs and crypto. This is the Solana Second. Let's get into it. First up, in recent Solana development news is the Solana Phone. The Solana Phone is a phone specifically designed for Web3 and works on the Android operating system. It is the very first decentralized phone, which I think is really cool because Android and Apple obviously dominate the market share of cell phone technology. With Android and Apple already dominating the cell phone market, why would someone switch their device for new technology? Well, historically, Google and Apple tend to block apps that are related to NFT and crypto. It's incredibly difficult to launch apps on the Apple Store and Play Store. Apple and Google also take upwards to 30% in fees on in-app purchases of digital goods and services, and if they desire to choose to, can just shut your app down completely. However, I personally think that technology like the Solana Phone could be potentially groundbreaking and change the world. I can totally imagine a world where a Web3 phone that is currently in rest mode or charging could also be a validator for processing transactions on the blockchain, allowing you to passively improve the network and simultaneously earn a share of fees per transaction. What do you guys think? I would love to hear from you in the comments below if you think that it's possible for a world where a Web3 phone earns you passive income, or even just enough income to pay for your cell service. Next up in development news, the folks over at Coinbase have officially announced that Coinbase Pay now works with the Phantom Wallet, which is the premier decentralized wallet for the Solana blockchain. This is great news for fans of Solana, as Coinbase currently has over 89 million users who can now seamlessly add funds to their Phantom Wallet. This is an amazing service for people who are new to NFTs or Solana because it makes the process of purchasing NFTs much less frictional. Prior to this, the process of getting Solana to your Phantom Wallet was to send manual transactions, which could be daunting for new users and lead to user errors where funds could be sent to the wrong address. Now, one potential con that I can see to this new rollout is technically Coinbase has access to your Phantom Wallet. Your wallet will become more transparent and less decentralized, as Coinbase has a legal obligation to report all transactions to the local government. And finally, in development news, Crossmint has officially partnered with Magic Eden and the Magic Eden Launchpad. Now, with NFT projects that are able to partner with Crossmint, users will be able to mint their NFTs at launch with not just Solana tokens, but other crypto like ETH and even fiat. I believe this will open many doors for brand new NFT buyers who may not be as technologically savvy. This is also a great opportunity for people in many countries who don't have easy access to crypto but do have a standard credit card. I can see real-world artists being much more inclined to launch an NFT project, knowing that their fan base will be able to buy their NFTs even if they're already not into NFTs to begin with, but are much more traditional art collectors. They now can have the peace of mind of purchasing NFTs even if they have no knowledge of crypto or blockchain in general. Other NFT marketplaces such as OpenSea already have this functionality, so it's nice to see Magic Eden keeping up with competitors. Alright, moving on to recent Solana events, NFT New York took place between June 20th and June 23rd. The NFT event hosted more than 1,500 different speakers over 7 different venues, including such big names as Radio City Music Hall and the Palladium in Times Square. The event seemed like a great time for most, but unfortunately, you just can't please everyone because, as we all know, God hates NFTs. And as I'm sure that no one in the world could have possibly predicted, after the events of NFT New York, many influencers contracted COVID-19. Who could have possibly seen this happen? One major event that happened over the days of the conference was ApeFest, a 4-day party located at Pier 17 where holders of the various Ape Yacht Club NFTs received a non-tradable, non-sellable ticket, ensuring that only the most exclusive of NFT holders can access this 4-day rager. On the last day of ApeFest, Snoop Dogg and Eminem debuted their brand new music video for the song From the D to the LBC. The video featured both Snoop Dogg and M being transformed into their Bored Ape Yacht Club profile pictures. In this week of NFT Drama, we have notable anti-influencer Alexander42. Now, Alexander42 has been calling out influencers in the Solana space for quite some time now. Now, for someone who has historically been very anti-influencer and calling out influencers, he's become quite the influencer himself, shown by this chart here. I guess Harvey Dent was right.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
The notorious Balloonsville Rugger is back at it again, and is trying to establish his presence online with his new persona on Twitter, Batman of CT.
I'm Batman.
He's recently been on a rampage, calling out influencers and projects that he doesn't agree with. His wrath has recently been focused on Erkin, who is in the process of launching his first project, Degen Sweepers. Erkin has an image of the sweeper, which he is using to brand his project, Degen Sweepers. He holds the rank 1 DGOD and has a huge uptick in followers since letting Frank, the creator of DGODs, put the DGOD logo on his at-time multi-million-dollar sandbox plot. And last but not least, we have recent bullish projects. First up is Degen Sweepers, created by Solana influencer Erkin, who has a huge following of the DGODs community, and as I mentioned earlier, is in possession of the rank 1 DGOD. Degen Sweepers has a 10k supply, mega hype, and the sneak peeks have been solid. The only question mark I see is how will utility factor in all this, but nevertheless, I see this project selling out fast and going hard on secondary markets. And lastly, we have the Tayo Pilots, the next collection of the Tayo Robotics. The Tayo Pilots are a community-driven and lore-driven NFT project and are introduced as an extension to the Tayo Robotics universe. The Pilots is set in an era before plagued monsters invaded and follows 4 factions through life in Lunar City. The Pilots utility will be a very unique form of social staking that allows you to get graphite opportunities and access to the Tayo incubator launches in the form of whitelist spots. Tayo Pilots will give IP ownership to the holder of the NFT to allow them to create their own lore and journey. At the time of this video, NFT passes are still available for 250 scrap, which will let you mint for free when the project launches. Alright guys, that wraps up this episode of the Solana Second. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with all things going on in the world of Solana. Thanks for watching.